Shalom, Shalom, Israel. First and foremost, I want to give all honor, glory, and praise unto Yahawah, Ba'ashem Yahawashi, Ba'ashem Rakak, the honors the elders and apostles of great millstone. Shalom to my Akim, YAHAWAH, who are diligently waiting to be delivered from this final captivity. This is Brother Kawakub coming at you with another lesson. James chapter 1, verse 22. But be ye doers of the word, and not hearers only, deceiving your own selves. And today's lesson is going to be just a short, quick lesson, Yahawadah, on a couple of stuff, a summary on a few things, if not just a reference point to a few videos that I recommend watching. And the last one is going to be a bit of a rant on a thing, because I made a video previously on this, but I just kind of want to point out some stuff that I did not mention in that video. All right, so first things first, let's get to the things. There's this one thing that I just seen this a few minutes ago, and it really, this video right here, it is an okay video depending on who you ask, but the thing is that he actually points out a good point. He actually makes a good point in and how basically when it comes to history, oftentimes people hear a story and either will exaggerate the story and radicalize said person. Like, say, Martin Luther King, for example. Whenever most people think about him, it's just like this one saintly vision of him, when in actuality, like, we don't know a lot about how his life was or what his thing, because the thing is, I heard lots of different things about him within the past few years, which included he had some STDs from you know what, and there was also a matter of he was basically, what's the word, put up to doing this whole stuff by Esau Edom in the first place. So there's a whole view, which again, like, this is still, even though most of this video is basically just the Boondocks episode, he does make a lot of good points, and I highly recommend watching the video, if not skipping to the thing. It's just basically a Boondocks episode plus his insight after each story is given. So it's definitely a good watch. I will link it in the description. But continuing on, basically it's a radicalized version, and this is a very good way to show just how, I guess, our people are shown in history, because you have the granddad's Robert Freeman's version of Catcher Freeman. You have Uncle Ruckus's version of Catcher Freeman, and you have the truth in their world about Catcher Freeman, where you have the first version is a hero, an extreme hero. The second version is an extreme villain, and then the third version is basically just realistic. Is just a realistic, like, what might have happened, but at the same time partially on the bad side, but ultimately ended up on the good side. So it's basically the truth and how things turn out at the end, and not necessarily the full truth of it. Because the thing is, like, what if you draw a parallel to Martin Luther King? Like, what if his speeches were actually in the name of coonery, and it just, at the end of it, they Esau just repainted it over his stuff to make it seem like he was actually for equality. All right, so these are the things that we have to actively, like, question and actually actively do certain research on it, because lots of people, I'm pretty sure most people didn't even read the entirety of which I'm included about it, but they didn't read the entirety of Martin Luther King's "I Have a Dream" speech. They only know of it, and they know what people tell them that it is. All right, so continuing on, and the reason why I didn't, even though I know this, I don't bother to read to see what it is, because it does not matter to me. So Romans chapter 2 verse 13, for not the hearers of the law are just before Yahweh, but the doers of the law shall be justified. And that's basically the same thing, but let's continue on to the videos actually instead. So yeah, just watch this video. I highly recommend it. They go into it perfectly, and you can watch this video as well. Again, there's just a quick summary. I'm not talking too much into. I'm not going to talk too much on these, but for this next one, it's just just the main thing of this, the main topic, subject, whatever of this is just, in the event of stuff, you should really just remember to call on the name of the Lord, pray and all this stuff for anything and everything, because you never know how things go. And I now I remember why I brought this up, is because the thing is that the scriptures tell us to do X, Y, and Z. The scriptures tell us to pray, ask the Lord, have the Lord guide you, and be faithful in all this stuff. But the problem with this is that lots of us, that we don't do these things. We don't take the time to pray. We just think, oh yeah, well, I know what to do. I have information on this. I am knowledgeable on said topic, so I'm just going to do whatever is on my bear with me one moment. Slakia. Okay, so basically people think too much in their own knowledge, all right, and rather than, as a matter of fact, let me get that. All right, wait one moment. Isaiah chapter 55 verse 8, for my thoughts are not your thoughts, neither are your ways my ways, saith the Lord. For as the heavens are higher than the earth, so are my ways higher than your ways, and my thoughts than your thoughts. So basically, the Lord thinks on a higher level than us. So of course, you're not going to have the same amount of understanding or wisdom to make the best choices, which is why when you ask for guidance and you don't understand why, so you need to do certain things, this is why you just sometimes just do it and have faith. Okay, now continuing on, let me get this first. Let me get this and then I'll get to that. 1 Peter chapter 5 verse 7, casting all your care upon him, for he cares for you. And even when things seem bad and astray or whatever, you just trust that the Lord's going to take care of you. Now finally, to end things off, I had written this, and this is something that I tend to do very oftenly, as I guess as a thing, as a hobby of my own, because especially given that I'm in the streets and I have to make so many lessons. What I do is I try, whenever I have a thought, I don't like to let the thought go away, because I have a very I'm starting to get a bad memory. So what I do is I write down stuff either on my phone, my computer. That's what this document is here for, all right, because there's just too many things for me to remember. That's not even bad memory, it's just that there's too many things for me to actively remember. So slacky about that. I rescind that statement. But basically, yes, there's so many things to write down and to take note of, to remember for me in general. And this is just something that I want to kind of put out, because this is not worth making another video, because I already made one video for this. But basically, to read it through, once again I want to talk about this this so-called, okay, because I say so-called because he claims that he used to be or used to claim Hebrew Israelite, but he the way he speaks, it's like he was always a Christian. Now, basically, this man Ringo TV on YouTube, he is undoubtedly a devil. The reason why is he boldly said he's seen the most evil. Now, quickly before I continue on, I just want to point out that you have to actively think about the words that you say, the exact words that you say. If you are saying that I've seen the most evil from your child, your friend, your whatever, okay, then that means that they are doing the most evil things on this earth. Okay, like this is the type of narrative that you are doing. All right, so even if someone is, let's say they're verbally abusing someone or physically abusing someone, all right, that still does not justify you saying such an incorrect statement, because the fact of the matter is that's locking up. The fact of the matter is that Esau is still the number one most evil person or group of people on this earth, with the whole Epstein Island and all that shit and all the stuff that he does. So for him to be so disingenuous, for him to just willingly and dishonestly plaster that title on the Israelites, it genuinely angers me, because, which is why I made this in the first place, simply because I know, and this is what many brothers were saying, and I almost wholeheartedly agree. Is it possible that I'm wrong, that he's not an agent or something like that, or he's not set up? Possibly, but I highly if anything, I would put it at a 95% chance that he is not, that he is set up to be just against the Israelites. All right, I'm so certain about that, because he literally made 3 videos intending to just make us seem like we are absolute villains and we do such terrible stuff. And another thing is, he fucking lied and said that we are making violence. I've seen a few instances of violence in the thing, but the thing is that it is these Christians, it's these people that are going up to the Israelites in order to incite violence. And if he encountered violence, if someone attacked him, he should, where's the videos, where's the proof of it? Because if in the event that we as Israelites as a whole started attacking people for no reason, or started to make trouble, then we would have Esau would have gotten on us for that. Esau would have been trying to take us down or do whatever for that. But of course, he's using these emotionally charged words and this emotionally charged language in order to find fault with us, and to have not Esau, but the masses of people try to come and take us down. And the thing is that none of these retards are in the comment section, which he actually said that a lot of comments he deleted. All right, but a lot of these retards are literally just kissing his ass and not wanting any proof, simply because it makes the Israelites look bad. So I just agree with him. All right, so Slakia, I'm not going to try to make this longer, so let's just continue to go. He said he boldly said he's seen the most evil from Israelites when he didn't even interact with us. He kept to himself, which he says in one of the 3 videos that he made. On top of that, he completely ignores all the stuff that Esau did and has done and continue to do, by the way, and just puts us as the worst offenders simply because simply because of his disgruntled opinion, or he wants to appeal to Christians because that's what he is, and the agenda and the the continuous agenda against this truth. All right, so he is not for truth, he's for lies. All right, now me personally, I don't like a lot of Israelites, I don't like a lot of camps, but to claim that all these different Israelites are that are in the truth and are preaching for the most part that we are Israelites and stuff like that, and we're telling our people to repent, all right, to claim that they have done more evil than Esau, that's something that I just could not. Even I don't like most of these camps. I don't like IUIC, IUSP, UPK, all these other camps and whatever. Even though I don't like them, I still would never allow someone to lie on them and say that they are going around hurting people and doing stuff that they were not doing. So for him to flat out lie on them, to flat out lie on them is absolutely outrageous, and it is not. And the Lord is going to deal with him for that lie that he said on the camps and on Israelites. All right. Now, firstly, 2 Corinthians chapter 13, verse 8, for we can do nothing against the truth before the truth. And he actually thinks that this work that he's doing is going to make the Israelites look bad and going to deter people from becoming Israelites. No, that's not the case, because there's no, in terms of making the elect return and repent, there's no stopping that. The elect will always find the way to YAHAWAH as the Lord ordained. But for everyone else, then they're just going to be destroyed. All right, and I also had more precepts, but I just didn't want to. I forgot to get them, and I guess this was mostly just an emotional tirade. But anyway, continuing on. To finish this up, this man Ringo can keep on lying and keep being and that's the thing. Like most of the stuff that I've already said, it's just a rehashing of it, because anyway, this man Ringo can keep lying and keep being a devil, and the Lord will deal with him unless he repents. Okay, so obviously there is still an opportunity to repent, but anyway, continuing on. Actually, I think it's Wisdom of Solomon chapter 1 verse 23. All right, but I'm not going to get that. You can get that, but that's just a reference point. And the elect sees through his lies and won't be deceived. Matthew 24 verse 24. And enjoy the consolation and keep your love for that which is evil, as you are not a man of the Lord. This talking to Ringo. Next, continue on, but he's definitely not going to see this because he's a bitch. As someone who's on their own, even I was able to get into contact with brothers and learn from them, which proves anyone, even if someone as antisocial as me, can get in contact with brothers. So yes, all that crap that he was saying, that he never got in contact with brothers and stuff like that, he wants brothers to go, reach out to him and bow down to him, kiss his ass and all this stuff like that. All that crap that he was expecting. Again, he's being a devil. And over here, I just disprove that very simply by saying that me personally, across multiple years, I was able to get in contact a member of Sakari. I was able to contact specifically Brother Naikwam from WFI and members of GMS. So obviously, that's already 3 different camps, and it was all within the span of, I'll say, 3 days. I think that they all replied. So even if not within 24 hours. All right. So that once again goes to show the fact that this man is a straight up devil and a liar. Okay, so by his logic, where's my love? Where's the love for me? Why didn't he come to my channel and try to get in contact with me? And because I don't have any messages with him. So you see the improper logic of how when if you set an unrealistic standard, if you want to interact with someone, why aren't you going out yourself rather than expecting them to go seek you out? Where are the messages of you attempting to reach out to someone? All right. Oh, you tried reaching out to them in 2015 and no one replied to you. Show the receipts. But of course he's not going to do that because he's just a straight liar. All right. Now finally, as always, make Israelites seem like we're worse than gangbangers, thugs, killers, and Esau all combined, when all we do is tell our people to repent, just like the Israelites that sent Yahawashi to his death and pardoned Barabbas. And this is the exact same thing, where he wants us to be put to death. He wants us to be treated worse than all these things. He's saying that Israelites who tell our people to repent are worse than a murderer, a fucking murderer. All right. This is why I have so much anger and hatred for all these people, and I can't wait to see what the Lord has in store for him. So with that, I pray this lesson was edifying. And you know what, as a matter of fact, let me just get that then. No, forget it. With that, I pray this lesson was edifying. I want to give all honor, glory, and praise to YAHAWAH, SHAMAIWAN, the elders and apostles of Great Millstone, AHPARYAM, and Shalom.